back features 68 keys, three popular sizes, 16, 20, and 25 millimeter.
Welcome all. Pub night couldn't end without something happening shit. Check out at 86 at underscore over at https://www.youtube.com/ at 86 at underscore, and suck him up.
Welcome back, bro.
Can't stand all these people say they are going to whoop my ass but they never do it.
Right?
I wait for someone to put their hands on me first.
Right. I hear you. Then it's self-defense.
But no, just yell at me because you're so fucking tough.
Right.
And then I start coming towards them, they run. Then pull out a knife. Seriously? Yo, Wasif. I thought you were tough. What's the knife for? How are you, brother?
Probably gonna say your name wrong, but how you doing, Tastika? Thomas, what's up, brother? I'm good. How about yourself, man? Welcome in.
Stand these fucking cowards.
It's good to see you, brother. How's your night going? You play Red Dead? If so, how long you been playing?
Oh, it's Thomas Talbot. I haven't been in since a hot minute.
Oh, okay. How you doing, Thomas?
Minute asterisk.
It's good to see you again.
I'm okay, you sound tired.
Yeah, a little bit. A little exhausted, but we're good, brother. Just chilling. What have you been up to? You have a good Memorial Day? Takes all kinds to make the world go around, 86. I don't think I've ever gone to a convenience store and gotten in a fight with the clerk. I mean, sheesh.
People keep threatening me they are going to sorry.
Shit, just call the law on them, man. That's a crime. Let them get some paperwork in their life. Maybe they'll think twice about fucking around.
I was so close to just knocking the shit out of this kid.
Yeah, but you don't want to get yourself hemmed up. I hear you. I'm glad you had self-control, though. What's going on over here? Somebody coming up on me? Hold up.
If anyone ever comes across the counter oh boy. I told him to come whoop my ass if he would have crossed the counter as would have just ended it there.
Right?
I still need to invest into Game Pass to start playing soon. I play on Xbox currently.
Oh, right on.
And I play RDR1 on my Switch.
Yeah, I've never played the first Red Dead.
Welcome back, Oz and MVPs. Cheers, clinking beer mugs.
Thanks, B. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome back.
It's awesome, you should try it out sometime. Welcome Tastaka Thomas. Yellow heart, folded hands, medium dark skin tone, heart hands, medium dark skin tone. Could you show me how to sell the big hides?
Oh, you just take them to a butcher? Well, yeah, I'll go there and show you where you can go. Most cities have a butcher. Yeah, you just go to the butcher, or you can sell them to Gus. I'll show you where Gus is too.
KK. Welcome back, 86 Ed. Smiling
Well,
smiling eyes.
that depends on what your goal is. If you just want money, then you go over here to a butcher. If you want money and XP for your trader role, then you want to give them to your guy at camp. I'll show you here in 1 second. I won't sell everything.
Done and done. Okay, then.
So you can come here to a butcher. I'll show you what a butcher looks like on the map. It's just a black dot with a meat cleaver. Most cities have one. Or, we'll go over here to your camp. If you have the trader role unlocked in your camp, sell them to him. But carcasses, the whole animal, is worth more to your table than is just a pelt. I fell into that trap for the longest time. I was always giving him pelts. Didn't realize I can give him a whole animal. So right here at this table in your camp, you go here, hit your triangle, donate. I'm going to give him all this stuff. Donate this, he'll process it, and then you'll go sell it, and you'll get XP, experience points for doing that, and you'll also get money.
Well, if you insist.
Or, there's a few ways you can sell your pelts. Or, look for something that looks like an animal paw, like this. And you can go sell them to Gus. sometimes you can take him to Gus and he'll make, like say for instance you took him a spotted moose pelt, he might make you a jacket out of it. So sometimes Gus will make you something out of the pelt. Just depends on what your goal is. So you can sell it to Gus, you can sell it to your butcher table, your own trader table, or you can just sell it to a butcher. But if you're going to put it on a trader table, just take the whole carcass. Take the whole animal. There's a player down there at the end of that road. I don't know if we're going to end up meeting up or not. He's on that white horse right over there. As long as he don't come after me, I won't have to shoot him. Looks like he's going about his business. I didn't want to shoot him, but I will. He's in a posse. He's a posse leader. But hopefully we can coincide without shooting each other. I mean cohabitate without shooting each other. I said coincide. Seems like he's... Well, let me see if I need dynamite. I do. That's what I thought. I gotta go get dynamite. Again, hopefully he and I don't butt heads, but I have to go over there. I ain't above shooting him if I have to. Hopefully he's not where I'm going and thinking I'm coming after him. I don't see him over here. You know how to do the fishing glitch on here?
Remember you. Passed through here some time ago, huh?
You ever do the fishing glitch where you just pick up fish off the ground?
Gentle with that. Trust me.
Good way to make money.
You got it.
All right, later. I do think he went over here, so hopefully I can... Yeah, it'll be dark here in a second. I'll go check on my moonshine real quick. I don't know. I don't think it's ready, but I'm gonna go check it. What you snacking on, me, Will?
Are y'all some vampires? Woman detective eyes back, woman vampire, do y'all ever sleep?
We're just...
That juice drops and over at https://www.youtube.com/CHANNEL/CDFBXU7RLDAPOMFU_9BLTZQ, and sub her up.
We're part of the no sleep gang. I only sleep about 3 hours a day. Usually. If I sleep in, maybe 4 hours. I used to sleep 12 hours, but my body just... I wake up and I'm awake. V, I don't think she ever sleeps.
Grapes and green apples.
Voila. So, what shall we create? Faites attention. The time has come, yes? The new batch is prepared And these buyers are worth
V is awake when I go to bed, and she's awake when I wake up.
Now you must
Welcome
She-
back, Juice Drops and smiling face with hearts.
something superior, something that will bring them crawling back for more.
Hand pink waving.
Must let nothing stand in your way, not
Welcome
even
back, Juice.
the revenue men. So, on your way, hein? Bon route.
Time to deliver the moonshine.
You there! Hold up those horses! Wagon inspection. You best stop that wagon!
Now I have to go back and tell him to make me some more moonshine. This is my horse. Her name is Gigi. What up, Gigi? She's a Norfolk Roadster. Spotted tricolor. Can't hardly see her because it's dark, but she's a good girl. She's got her tail braided because she's bougie. You can't have no regular tail.
Je suis content de vous revoir.
That's easy for you to say, buddy.
C'est parti.
What the hell did you just say to me?
There are things you could do to lower the
You're gonna
price,
have to
hein?
speak English if you want me to understand you, bro.
C'est agréable. Now we wait. À bientôt.
Going over the roads. No, we just wait a couple minutes. Do some art tomorrow. Maybe finish up the Aussie. Either that or I'm going to work on my graphic design. I'm not sure which one I want to do. Part of me is glad that Amazon's doing stuff on my behalf, and then part of me is wish Amazon would leave my shit alone. I set the prices how I want them. I usually make it where I make at least $5.50. They're making it where I'm making like $3.50. They're thinking I'm going to sell more by volume, but I didn't feel like $21 was asking too much for a shirt. They're dropping them down to like 18. I chose that number for a reason anyway. But they made it where I had like 20 extra products that I was supposed to have, so I don't know, it kind of balances out, but I'll still keep my merch designer affiliate with them, but when I open my store, I won't have to worry about anybody changing my prices and shit. But since in this capacity as an Amazon merch designer, I work for them, they can do whatever they want, you know what I'm saying? But when it's my store, it'll be a different story. Because I'll be paying them for the control of my own store. Damn, I'm trying to get the hiccup. Damn me. Look at all those fish. At this point, they might as well just hire me. I'm an Amazon affiliate, an Amazon influencer, Amazon merch designer, and then I'm going to have an Amazon store. Y'all should just hire me, man. I can do anything anybody on your team can do, I promise you. I can do anything in an office environment or a web development environment. Build spreadsheets, databases. We can code an entire website, build apps, build graphical user interfaces, and do it all. Add products, everything. I can do all of it. Create graphics, and do every bit of it. And do any job in a web development firm, any job, including the web developer's job, because I can do every job in there. Why? Well, for one, I've done it for 25 years, and I had to do every one of those jobs because I couldn't afford to hire anybody to do those jobs. So I can do all of them. I made my first website in 1995. And I've built hundreds of them since then. That's weird that there was only fish on that side and normally on both sides of the bay. That's kind of weird. Whatever. Who cares? I majored in information technology and I minored in web technologies. Basically stated if it's a technology on the internet, I have at least a rudimentary understanding of it, if not advanced. And which is it's advanced in most areas, but some things I don't have a ton of experience in, but I studied and understand them and know how to make them do what they do. And information technology means if it's a technology on the internet, once again, I've at least studied it and introduced to it, studied it. Like I said, I can do about anything on a computer. From search engine optimizations and building websites to finding information, and then I do it all. Build databases, whatever you need. Computer repair, like I can do all of it.
Looking to sell your wares or buy some of the finest meat to ever
Graphic
grace
design,
this town?
all of it.
Seems I buy this near every day. You enjoy that. The hell's your problem, huh?
I've been coding, like I said, since like 1995. I know multiple coding languages. When I first started, I didn't know that I knew multiple coding languages because I was reverse engineering websites and rebuilding them locally on my computer. And I didn't realize there was a difference in the names of the types of coding. To me, it was just all coding. It wasn't until I went to college that I realized I knew multiple coding languages. I just thought it was all encompassed in one. I was like, oh wow, I didn't know I knew JavaScript. I didn't know I knew HTML, DHTML, XML, blah, 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 blah. C++, I didn't know I knew all that shit. To me, it's just like our language, you know, it's made up of thousands of languages. To me, it was just coding. I didn't know the difference. It didn't take me long in my web design class to figure out that my instructor didn't know how to do web design. She was just going down a little list. I figured it out because she tried to correct me a couple times on shit that I knew how to do that I had already done, and she was telling me you couldn't do it. For instance, I had built a client-side database for email contact the night before, and she was going down her list on different ways you could do forms. She's like, what's another way you can do a form? I said, you can use JavaScript. She's like, no. I'm sitting there thinking, bitch, I just made one last night. What the fuck do you mean no? But I didn't say anything to her. A couple of minutes later, she's going down her list, and she's like, another way to build a client-side form is with JavaScript. The guy sitting next to me goes, didn't you just say that? And I looked at him and smiled. I go, yeah. And that's when I realized, I like, she don't know this shit. She's going down a list. She doesn't actually know it. So a day or two later, I asked her, I was like, hey, Miss Peace, just out of curiosity, what do you have a degree in? She said, law. And I'm thinking, you got a fucking degree in law and you're trying to teach me web design? I was baffled. And I'd already been doing it for 10 years at that point. And I was thinking, So I'm paying this woman who has a degree in law to teach me web design. And I already know that I know more than her in the field. And I was baffled. She's got a degree in law. Law? Okay. I knew she didn't know her shit. There was a couple of things that she had said that I knew better. I never, like I said, I never called her on it in front of the class, but I knew better because I did the shit. I'd been doing it for 10 years by that time. It didn't take me long to figure out that she didn't know that shit. I can't lie to you. She taught me a couple things. Well, I taught myself a couple things that she instructed me to teach myself. But I learned a couple things in there, but I felt ripped off a little bit. Like I said, I thought she was gonna be some badass motherfucker, you know, in her field, you know. Like I thought I was going to college to learn from somebody who knew their shit, not somebody going down a list of a pamphlet, you know, syllabus, and fucking going down through there and just fucking step by step presenting the information to you. She didn't know the shit. Anybody can read a piece of paper and tell you to do it. She didn't know the shit. I could tell she didn't know. One day she asked me how I got 2 assignments done every day when most people only do 1. I said, because I have a system. I've been doing this. I don't type out. Like I'll take a notepad and all the common codes that I'm going to be using. Let's say an image code, a link code, blah blah blah. I'll type it out one time, and I just hit Control C, Control V, copy paste, paste. If I know I'm going to need 8 links on that page, I just go Control V, 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 V. Now I got 8 link codes on there real quick. Bap, 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 bap.
We're in business.
I was like, I've been doing this for 10 years already. One guy asked me the same question. He's like, dude, how do you write code all the time? You don't type very much. Because I know the codes that I'm going to need, and I type most of that shit out before I ever get started, and then I just move it over, I copy and paste it. Instead of sitting there writing out a link code 20 times if I'm going to need 20 links, I type it once and copy, paste, and then I insert the link. Control C, Control V, Control C, blah, 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 blah. It's like anything you do, you're going to get a system. He's like, I wondered how you're getting 2 assignments done. Bro, this is fucking... It was like fucking kindergarten. You know? We're over here doing our alphabet, bro. It ain't anything complicated for you. You know? It might be for somebody who never did it, but somebody been doing it 10 years. It's like writing your alphabet. You know, once you know your alphabet, you know your alphabet. You don't fucking have to learn it over and over and over. Like, this is basic shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, so then for the final grade, this still bugs me to this day. So for the final grade, we were instructed to build a website for our final. And she had all the criteria, you know, for the website. And I said, you know what? I'm going to take this a step further. I'm going to show her what I know. I'm going to show her I know my shit. So I built an entire electronics store, complete with products. All the products that you find in an electronics store. Complete with products. Working cart. You could put them in your cart. The only thing you couldn't do is actually buy them, but you could go through every step up until the point of actually hitting buy. Built this badass fucking electronics website. I was like, shit, I know that's an A. You know, she gave me a B. She couldn't even build that website I built. She gave me a B. And to this day, I'm scratching my head. I'm like, what the fuck would an A be? I did everything you wanted me to, and then I showed you twice that much. And I even showed you advanced techniques, and you gave me a B. And I thought, who the hell are you to be grading me? You don't even know what I know. To this day, I don't know how the hell she come up with a B. The only thing I can wrap my mind around is maybe in her mind she thought I didn't follow instructions because I did more than what she asked me to do.
You know, I really feel
Or
like a new man.
maybe she wanted me to realize I didn't know all there was to know, but if that wasn't a fucking A, I don't know what would have been an A.
Company, could you go make a sale? It'll be a bit of
A
a
fully
journey, I'm
functioning
afraid, but
electronics
buyer's
website for your
offering good
final,
money.
and you get a B? Okay. You build it. Show me how to do it better. That baffled me. It really did. A B? I remember looking when I saw that grade, I said, what the fuck? Lady, I got fucking 60 hours working on that fucking website. You gonna tell me it's a B? What the fuck? You build it and show me how to do it better. Show me what an A looks like. I'll wait. That's why I knew that woman didn't know her shit. She doesn't know what she's doing. Now I see why you weren't over at the University of Alabama or some shit, you know? She wasn't good enough to be there. And she wasn't good enough to be a lawyer because she was teaching web design and had a law degree. So I don't think she knew what the hell she was doing anywhere she went. That's just my opinion. Got a law degree and you're teaching web design. What's that say about your law degree? You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on. I should have known right then and there. If I got a degree in law, guess where I'm going to be working? Not teaching web design. If I'm worth my weight in salt, I'm going to be teaching law. Give you the cliff notes of a funny story, but there was a time when building websites with Flash, where you had everything all kind of moving and all these flashy website type of shit. And I kind of knew back then that wasn't going to be the future of web design. So I studied it. I knew how to do it, but I stuck with the traditional style coding. Well, I had a friend that was taking Flash in college, and he would always brag that, he was doing something I didn't know how to do, but little did he know I did know how to do it. But he always bragged that, he knew how to do something I didn't know how to do, and I just let him think whatever he wanted to think. So one day I'm talking to him, and finals come around, and he's like, bro, I built this badass website for my final out of Flash. He goes, but I can't get in my website. I said, you can't get in your website? He goes, no, dude, I'm locked out. I can't figure out the password. I was like, you can't figure out the password? He goes, it's not working. And I said, well, do me a favor, man. Send me your source code. Let me look it over. He's like, oh, no, man. My instructor looked at it for 4 hours. She couldn't figure it out. I said, bro, just entertain me. Send me your code. Let me check it out. He's like, all right. So he sends it over. I'm about 30 seconds into it, and I look and it says, name equals text, password equals password. I said, hey, man. I said, right here where it says password equals password, it's wanting to know, is that a text or is it a number? I said, so put it name equals text, password equals text. Tell me how that works when you input your password. He did that. He goes, oh shit, dude, I'm in. It didn't take me 30 seconds to solve his problem. I said, well, man, because he was starting to feel stupid. I was like, man, sometimes when a problem's looking you right in the face, you ever lose something in your house and you're so mad you can't find it, you done looked at it 3 times. You run around looking for the son of a bitch. You're just so mad you couldn't see it. I said, so maybe you guys are so, trying so hard, you just look right past it every time. But I had him in that website within like 30 seconds. It was basic. See, I'd been reverse engineering code for over 10 years at that point, meaning I would go steal people's source code for their website, bring it over to my website, and I would reverse engineer it. What if I change this? What if I change that? What if I delete this? What if I delete that? What if I change this number? What if I change that color? Blah, 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 blah. I'd reverse engineer them and rebuild all that on my website. And that's how I taught myself what all the commands did and what everything did and how it worked. So I was used to looking at code and reading code. I can look at a code and tell you and visualize what the front end looks like just by reading the code. So I knew I could probably figure it out for him, and I did. And I hope to God he was lying to me when he said his teacher looked at it for 4 hours trying to figure it out. Because I didn't even really study Flash, and I figured it out within less than a minute. It was logic. If it says name equals text, that means that it's expecting text input for the name. And if password says password equals password, well, that's not telling the browser what to expect. Should it expect text or should it expect numbers? I just told you, man, change it where it says password equals text so it knows what type of input to expect. I'll be damned, man. I'm in. I told you, brother, don't ever underestimate me and my technical abilities, bro. Just because I didn't study some shit don't mean I can't ace a test at it. I've been doing this shit for a long time. You ever see a car mechanic that can just listen to your car and tell you what's wrong with it? It's called experience. I may not have ran into that exact same issue, but I ran into similar. And I knew what the browser was expecting as an input. And I never had to study Flash to know that. Study web development, web design, information technology. I had to know all that shit. From networking to databases, to all of it. I can do about anything on a computer. Because I was so intrigued on how it worked, I just couldn't not know. I had to know it. It's just my nature that if I'm going to delve into something, I'm going to dive in it head first, and I'm going to freaking know everything there is to know about it if I'm interested in it. That's just my nature. My mom be getting mad at me sometimes. She's like, man, you're sick with it. She be getting mad at me because... Alright. If I'm gonna fuck with it, I'm gonna know all there is to know about it. Or I won't fuck with it. I just won't even bother. But if I'm gonna get into it, I wanna know everything there is to know about it. I didn't even need to know Linux and Unix, but it was part of it, so I took my courses. I know some of that shit I never even used, but I can. I know how to do it. It all started in the 1980s when I saw a weather report, and they had all their little overlays, and they had a little picture up in the corner with video, and I was intrigued. Now, how does that video know to stay right there? How does that overlay? I didn't even know what an overlay was, but for the sake of argument now, I was like, how does that overlay know to stay right there when the camera moves? How does that text know how to stay on the overlay? Like all these things, like I was so intrigued that I imagined that the dude that did that had to be some type of a genius. That dude's got to be super smart and make a lot of money. I want to know how to do that. Like I said, I didn't know any of the technical terms then for what it was, but that's what they were. It was, overlays, and picture, stuff like that, text box, a banner, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know any of the names of the stuff at the time. I just knew that there was, how does that video know to stay in that little box right there? How does that box know to stay in that upper left corner of the like, I had to know how to do that shit. Like, it was a wrap. And I didn't even have a computer then. I didn't have a computer for another probably 15 years. But that's where it really started, was my curiosity of how all that worked. And so once I learned that, I had to learn more and more and more about whatever. Well, then how does this work? Well, and how does that work? Well, why does this do this? I was so curious that I just had to know it. And then I could chill out and relax and quit worrying about it, but I had to freaking figure it out, how that worked. Because it was driving me crazy not knowing, not understanding how that all worked. I had to know. How does the browser know to display this here? La 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 la. How does it know to do this? How does it know to do that? Like, I had to know. I had to freaking know. It was just, I was so inquisitive about it. Like, it was fucking, put it this way, I wasn't not gonna know it. There's no way I was not gonna know it. I had to fucking know it. So I could just relax my brain. Like, I was so intrigued and so interested in it that I just had to know. Then once it all made sense, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Now I get it. But before I knew, I couldn't get enough of it. And to this day, I still learn things because web design is constantly evolving. I still maintain a website for a metal detecting company, and I still have my own website. So I'm still constantly learning new technologies. To this day, I never stopped learning it. It's like being a doctor. New techniques come along, new procedures, new approaches and equipment, and same with web design. There's constantly some new technology being developed every 4 or 6 months that changes how we used to do things, and so I constantly am, and I think I figured it out. I figured it out from a Navy SEAL, as weird as this sounds. But there was a Navy SEAL that he liked to always enter into marathons and triathlons and marathons. Well, he had completed a marathon, and he won, and he was leaving. After the event was over, he was leaving. He didn't even go get his trophy or anything. And one of his buddies was like, hey, man, aren't you going to at least get your trophy? He's like, nah, I ain't worried about that trophy. I don't do this for trophy. I just do it, and I figured it out. Same thing with me. I never did it for a degree or for awards or for acknowledgement or nothing like that. I like the fact that I was constantly learning. And so as long as I was constantly learning it, I was constantly interested in it. Now, if I were to ever know everything there was about it, I would lose interest and go do something else. But since it's something where I have that constant learning curve, I figured it out. I like to learn. I like the learning aspect of it. And that's why I've stayed involved in it so many years, over 20 plus years, is that I never stopped learning stuff about it. So I'm constantly learning. So it's always feeding that part of my brain where, I'm getting that, lack of a better word, I'm getting that drug or whatever you want to say. Like, so it wasn't necessarily about as much knowing about web design or doing web design. It was learning all of the technologies and constantly having something new to learn and something else to learn and something else to learn. It kept my brain busy. It kept me young because there was always something to learn, something new to try and do. And so it just kept it interesting. Like I said, if I got to a point where I knew all there was about it, I'd quit probably and go do something else. So it's that learning. So just like that Navy SEAL, for him, it wasn't about winning and it wasn't about the awards. It was about the competing. He enjoyed that aspect of it. The same difference for me. It's all about the learning and trying new things, experiencing new technologies, seeing how they can improve on what it's kind of like guys who build a race car. And they're always looking for that edge to give them one more second on the track. New piece of equipment or something new for the motor, the exhaust, the transmission, blah 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 blah. So always being able to bolt on something new to make it a little bit faster, a little bit faster, a little bit faster. That's kind of how it was for me. I was always modifying my repertoire and learning new shit. Bigger, stronger, faster, bigger, stronger, faster, bigger, stronger, faster, better, 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 better. Here's one thing I always did, and this goes along with what I was telling you about learning. Anytime I'd have a new client and I'd build a website for them, I would have them order a different content management system. So there's about 12 or 15 content management systems out there. And what they didn't know was each time I would have this client get a different content management system than I used last time. And I was actually learning these content management systems while being paid. They didn't know that was the first time I ever built a website with that content management system. I didn't tell them that. But what I was doing was, so when a client says, do you know how to use this? Yes, 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 yes. So I've used them all, and I learned them on my feet while being paid, while building websites for the first time ever with that content management system for them. But I didn't, like I said, I didn't tell them that. So basically stating I was getting a free education, or I was being paid to get an education on these different technologies. Only they didn't know it. They didn't know that. They just thought that that's what I had always used, and that's the one I wanted, so that's the one they got, But in reality, a lot of those, that was the first time I'd ever used them. It goes along with what I'm saying. I wanted to learn how they were all similar and how they were different. And plus, like I said, build my...
Friend, how are you doing today? Be so busy with my business.
Like I said, I was building my skill set on my feet while being paid. And it went along, and I was learning something new each time, so it kept that website interesting, where I didn't get stale, where I was doing the same thing over and over and over and over. So a lot of those people didn't know that was the first time I'd ever used that technology. But I knew how to do it because I knew how to do others. They're all pretty much the same, they just have different names for shit. But since I understood how they operated, I could do it. What's up, Dark? So for me, it's just all about learning. That's why I like doing graphic design, same difference. There's always some other approach or technique you can do, and so it keeps me interested in doing it. I would say since I started doing graphic design for people here on YouTube, I probably increased my skill set by 30%. just doing different things and different, running into an issue and have to figure out how to solve it. And so again, back to learning on my feet.
6 jobs tomorrow cleaning carpet.
All right, I'll be there at 6 a.m. Let's get it done. Uh-oh, there's a player up here robbing a train. See him on the railroad track. Standing right there.
Right, 6 a.m.
See you then. We'll be done by noon. I used to do that. I was a janitor of a church. I was a janitor at a church and always had to clean the
12
carpet.
p.m.
Always had to clean the carpets in the Sunday school area, the classrooms and shit. So I was all the time cleaning carpets. We had a scrubber. I'd scrub them. And do floors. I also do tile floors and shit too. I liked working at the church. They paid me well. They rented me an 8-bedroom house for $300 a month. I remember one time I went to a gas station and I had all my bill money in an envelope, in a bank envelope. I went to a gas station and got a pack of cigarettes. Got back home, my girlfriend was like,
long day tomorrow.
got back home, my girlfriend was like, well, go ahead and give me that bill money.
Dark High Life cheers clinking beer mugs.
I got back from the gas station, my girlfriend was like, well, go ahead and give me that money for the bills and I'll take care of that tomorrow. And I had a trench coat on. I reached in my pocket to get my money and I realized I didn't have it. You know how trench coats have that little slit in the pocket where you can put your hand in your pants pocket or your other jacket pocket? I think I had put that envelope in there and it slid through that and fell on the floor. I was like, oh shit, I don't have the money. And she's like, what? You don't have the money? You said you had the money. I said I did have the money. I think I lost it. So I went to the pastor of the church and I told him what I just told you. He said, how much are your bills? I told him what it was. He just wrote me out a check. He goes, there you go. Well, thank you, man. So the church covered my bills that month for me because I'd lost my bill money. So they were pretty cool people. They were good to me. I liked the pastor. Every day at some point in time, I'd go sit in his office with him and just talk to him with bullshit. He'd be in there chewing tobacco. I might have been the only one that knew that the pastor chewed tobacco because he was comfortable around me. I'd knock on the door and he'd hurry up and pull the tobacco out of his lip, throw it in the trash can. Finally, I just told him, I was like, I ain't worried about that, David. I ain't gonna say nothing, man. Do you? Shit, we're all sinners, bro. It's all good. But they took care of me in different ways, so I liked working there. There's a lot to do in the church, believe it or not, as janitor. You know, because different days of the week you got different things going on, you know.
This guy's a real nutcase.
You'd be setting up for this event, setting up for that event, tearing down, setting up, cleaning, all that. You know, there might be a wedding, there might be a whatever. They had all kinds of stuff going on. They'd have, you know, different breakfasts and
Hey there, friend.
luncheons
How
and
can I help you?
all kinds of stuff. So I liked it. There was always something different to do. And I only quit there because I got a job working security, and I had always wanted to work security, so I went and did that. I worked for a company called Burns Security. I was posted up at a factory. I was posted up at a factory that made the window frames for skyscrapers. They made the big, long, tall window frames. And I was posted up there at the front desk. So then on Sundays, I would be the only one there. This was before there was cameras everywhere and shit. On Sundays, I'd be the only one there. They had a forklift. I'd get on that forklift and pick up a pallet, move it over to the other side of the room, sit it down, turn around, pick it up, take it back over there, put it up on a shelf, whatever. I sat there and I taught myself how to drive a forklift. And then once I was confident I knew how to drive a forklift, I went down to the lumber yard that was about a mile away. And I hired on at $3 more an hour as a forklift driver, and that's why I left security, because I was making way more money, almost double my salary. And so I went down there and they put me on big ass heister. As big as a car, forklift, bigger than a car, shit. And paid me $3 more per hour. So I was back there loading trucks with lumber. Nowadays, they would have seen the security guard on the forklift and probably been a problem, but that was just before there was cameras everywhere. So most people didn't even have a cell phone anymore. That was the early 90s, I would say, mid 90s.
I hear young Fishhair's son does not have his father's eyes.
And I was dirty for weed, and my boss, he hands me a UA kit. He's like, go back there and give me a sample. I was thinking, you're not even going to follow me? You're not going with me or nothing? So I was thinking, man, I know I'm freaking dirty. I was like, I'm going to lose this job as fast as I got it. Well, they must not have tested for weed, because, or he threw it in the trash can, one too, because I got the job. I worked there like a couple years. I was like, I don't know how I did that, how I passed that shit. I knew I was dirty. But, I don't know. You know, some places ain't really worried about smoke. They're more worried about meth and coke. And I'm watching that online player over there. There he is. It's right there. See, I'm right in here. I think he's trying to creep up on me. Come on over here, boy. So he's trying to come up in the back. I'll smoke him if he comes in here. He's right over there. Oh, there's a couple of them. There's at least one behind me, two in front of me. There's one outside the store. He just ran. There's three of them. Come on through that door. I dare you. There's three of them. You see those blue dots? See that circle down there in the left corner? See the little three little blue dots? You probably can't see it. They got me surrounded.
Just say thank you, Ozart, for talking real shit. I respect you, Ozart.
Right on, brother. We call them blueberries. There's three of them here. There's one right here. Where the other two go? There was one over here on this street right here. But we call them blueberries because they're a blue dot on the map. I just want them to come.
Ozart, I hope you have wonderful day tomorrow, Ozart.
I just want them to come in here. See, look, he's moving. I went out, came back in, he moved. It's right here. I'll come right up to you and blast your ass, dude. But I'd like to set them up and sucker them. Come through the door and get smoked. Come on over here and try me. It's this dude, he's a rank 87. I'm rank 410. You come get some. Come get some, my boy. Got something for you. Let me show you. And then there's his posse leaders over here. Right here. He is. His name Drip. Drip. See what rank he is. He's ranked 4. Go ahead and fuck around. Get your ass smoked. And there's one down here at the end of this street.
At 86 Ed, what up?
Go shoot the leader. And I'll work better on my feet. Yep, there's 4 of them.
The hell you got that out for?
See him moving?
People are saying that Ganged Lucky are sacrificing people to voodoo gods.
No. Don't even know what to say to that.
How do you do?
Here I'm shooting.
Lord Almighty!
It's easier to carry that on in your hand than holster it?
Shut up, stupid. They're trying to circle me. I'm gonna try to circle them. I'll school you boys. You gonna fuck around and find out. Ready, come up this way. Let them come. Might lose because there's more than one of them, but I'm gonna blast one of these motherfuckers. They're trying to creep on me. I'm gonna creep on them while they're busy. One over here.
I need a police officer. Get the police down here.
It's up on a roof. What, bitch? There's one of you. Come on with it. Oh, Rudy Poo gangsters. Flag off. You see him stand up here trying to be bold? Got that ass blasting on. Y'all come down here, follow me. I'm gonna lure you to your death. Come on down here. Thought he was Captain Morgan up there. Yeah, well, I'm Jesse James, bitch. Follow me. Bunch of rookies. Told you I was gonna shoot one of them. I'll lure your ass. One over here. They were trying to surround me. It's 1-0 right now, boys. Busy. Oh, rookies. Trying to lure them where they follow me. If I can bring them to me, I can pick them off one by one. Since there's 4 of them, if I can get them to come to me, I can get them one by one. Single them out, you know what I'm saying? I see one of them behind me. You'll never catch me, boy. Can't catch my horse. Y'all got those slow ass horses. You don't have this horse, I already know. Tell your buddies, next time, respect your elders. Y'all try to circle me and got shot. Circled an ass whooping. You see him up on top of that building, he stood up and tried to shoot his gun up in the air and try to scare me. Yeah, he didn't know I blasted his ass. Scare this bitch. I could have just disappeared on them, but let's see if they could chase me. I love it when there's like a whole bunch of them and I get one of them because, you know, they weren't supposed to lose that fight. There's 4 of them. They ain't supposed to lose that fight. I am. But they lost. 1-0. Y'all thought you was slick. Till you met me. And you get no payback. Try to surround me, I'll surround you. I don't give warning shots like you. I make sure they hit my target. Try to warn me, motherfucker. I can hear him now. Man, I could have had that dude. I chose not to, and he shot me. Yo, that was your mistake. Don't ever brandish a gun unless you plan on using it, because that's what happens. You can get killed.
That's my partner. Best
Meanwhile,
traders in the West.
back at the camp, survival of the fittest, and I'm the fittest out here, boy. They tried it. I give them their props. They'll be in chat talking shit here in a minute. You know how they do. Get their ass kicked, then come in my chat and cry for a half hour about it. Meanwhile, back at the camp, Huckleberry went about his business. Another time, used to be there was only posse of 4. One day I'm looking and I was like, oh shit, there's 4 of them over there. I was like, wait, there's 5. No, there's 6. Oh shit, no, there's 7 of them. And they were all sitting in a row on their horses, just chilling, all in a posse. I took out my sniper rifle and I picked one of them out. Blasted him off of his horse. Jumped onto a different server. Was gone. Reason I did it is because they were thinking they were invincible. There's 7 of us. Who's gonna mess with us? Who could do anything to us? I did. I blasted one of y'all and y'all didn't do shit. You couldn't. They were over there looking all smug like they were safe like a bug in a rug. Until you're in my scope. Because I'm dirty like that.
Rolling on the floor laughing.
Yeah, I shot him for no reason, I can't lie, but just to prove a point. Y'all over here thinking you're safe just because there's a bunch of you. Yeah, you can still catch one. Yeah, got me a nice little headshot with a sniper rifle. My favorite kill I got was, I was a new player, didn't have any good guns, didn't have good ammo. I might have only been like less than level 20. And I went in the gun store to buy some ammo. I noticed there was an online player right outside the door. I was like, oh shit, he's waiting on me. He's waiting on me to come out. And that's before I knew how to jump servers and shit. I didn't know how to even disappear then. I was like, man, I gotta go out there where he is. Shit. Well, I bought my ammo. I went to leave, and he was right outside the front door, but he had his back to me like this. I come out the door, I grabbed him in a chokehold, I choked him out and slammed him on the ground, and I took off running to the fast travel, and I was out of there. I choked that high-ranked player out. He made a big mistake when he turned his back to me. He made a big mistake when he turned his back to me. What's up, brother? Choked him out. I know he didn't expect that to happen. That's all I could do. I knew I couldn't beat him with my guns. So Huckleberry's had a few good kills along the way. He's no rookie. He's no rookie out here. He's been playing for 4,200 hours. 4,200.
Before too long.
Welcome back, Honcho Lil Bro. Cheers, clinking beer mugs.
So I have played Red Dead over 2 weeks of my life. Let's look. Let's see how many it is now. That should tell you something right there. Look how low my number is. 37,863. They're probably in the millions now. See how many hours. Actually, I played 22 days and 8 hours. I spent 22 days and 8 hours of my life playing Red Dead. So we're going on 3 weeks. I've killed 1,189 online players.
About all these bounty hunters roaming around recently? I don't know.
Almost 1,200 online players. I have spent $374,000, just almost right at $375,000. I've earned $427,000. I've killed 75,222. And I never shot a man that didn't deserve it. Those numbers aren't mathing. How you doing, cousin? So yeah, Huckleberry's killed like 75,000 overall. So you might leave him alone. He's not above shooting your ass. Ask Ron. One time Ron joined my session and I didn't know it. He came in my camp. I was freaking throwing dynamite at him and shit. He was like, well, I guess Oz doesn't know it's me. I better go somewhere else. Later on we were playing and I was like, what you up to, man? He's like, shit, just trying to stay away from a crazy man throwing dynamite at me. I said, that was you? He's like, yeah, oh, my bad, dude. I didn't know that was you. He's like, yeah, I come up to join you. Next thing I know, you're throwing dynamite at me. I said, man, you can't get close to me, bro, without me knowing. I'll kill you. And we're in the same posse. I was throwing dynamite at him. Alright, what's the next thing I'm doing? But just like that crew right there, they were feeling good about themselves. Because there were 4 of them. Who's going to mess with them? Oz. That's who. I'm trying to think what I'm doing next here. Guess we can go over to Valentine and see if anybody needs fixing. Yep, there's a blueberry over there. I like to be on foot better. That way I don't have to try to control the horse and me. I can just control my orientation. He's moving with me. He sees me. He knows I'm here. See if I can lure him to come over here by me. Coming down that road. This is always my game. I like to come in town, let them know I'm here. Just go stand somewhere and then let their curiosity get the best of them, where they come over to me and then I shoot them. If they would just stay over there and mind their business, they won't get shot, but if he comes over here by me, he will. I like to lure him to me. Making me like, what's that dude doing? I'm going to go over there and look. Shooting your ass, that's what he's doing. Waiting on you to make a mistake. Like a spider in a web. Fly on over here. So he knows I'm there because he was moving with me for a second, but he could get paranoid and take off wondering what I'm doing. I'm right here. Last time I saw him, he was right about here. He might have ran down that road right there. Or that path. I'll slowly but surely make my way to him. Trying to keep a low profile so he can't sniper me from a distance. There he is. I see him again. I'll show you. It's right here. See what rank he is. Rank 79. Rebel country boy. Don't get yourself fucked up. Why am I so dirty? The hell?
Hello, Oz.
Hey, brother. Why am I so dirty?
Hello, everybody.
I'm filthy. How did I get so damn dirty? See what he's doing now.
Hello, I am good at home relaxing.
He's still standing there. So I'm right here. He's still right here. He's probably figured out what my rank is by now. All I gotta do is walk over to right about here and I can see right down where he is and blast him. Here, let's see.
Welcome back, Moon over Miami, smiling face.
If I go right there, I should be able to see him. Did he move? There he is, sitting on his horse. I wonder if I should shoot his horse. Now he knows I'm here. I shot his horse. He was sitting on it. See if I can get him to come around here. Investigating what?
Good morning, Oz.
What's up, Ron? How you doing? Just trying to lure an online player to come over here where I am. How's your night going, man? I still don't know why I'm so filthy. I got mud on my neck, my face. Looks like
Just woke up.
Looks like I've been blown up. What happened to me? I never died. Hope you're good, Ron. Damn, you just woke up and I'm just getting ready to go to sleep. It's time. Ron's like my bedtime alarm. When I see Ron, I know it's already at least 2 o'clock. Usually, not always, but a lot of instances. I see him when I see him at nighttime, I know that it's probably 2 o'clock. Just messing with some of the noobs.
Supplies are starting to run low, just so you know.
Do you have a good Memorial Day?
All right, my friend. Time to make some money. Here's another batch ready to go. Sure feels good. It wasn't easy. I've cut myself so many times, it's a miracle I've got any blood left in me. Anyway, got a local buyer lined up, so should be an easy run for you.
Hello everyone, waving hand, medium dark skin tone.
That's good, Honcho. My dude act like he's drunk or something. So what happened to your live stream earlier, Honcho? Was it an internet issue or did YouTube shut you down? We stayed on there like 30 minutes and then the live just went dead. Mosh V and I were all still waiting on you.
Time for you to get the hell out of here.
I know you ain't talking shit.
My device was overheating.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that, guys.
No, it ain't no big deal, bro. Wasn't your fault. We knew that. We knew whatever it wasn't anything you did.
Jesus, what the hell is this?
Uh-oh. Where's this dude that sees me?
Got worms up there. I'm gonna shoot you down!
Good morning raw nightsel yellow heart folded hands, medium dark skin tone heart hands, medium dark skin tone.
think I'm going to take him back to camp and go to bed. It's pretty late and I'm getting tired. I'll fall asleep on y'all if I don't. I don't have no problem falling asleep doing something. I want to play longer, but yeah, I'm going down for the count.
If you keep selling at this rate, we'll be dripping in gold by this time next year. Welcome back.
Alright, y'all sleep well. I'm going to go to bed. So all love and respect. You're awesome.
Cherry blossom orange heart cherry blossom face with tears of joy cherry blossom folded hands people hugging lady beetle bug night.
Yep. Night, y'all. I appreciate you all. It's time for me to carry my booty to bed. Tell me I didn't just blow my own horse up. I think I did hit a horse, though. Might not have been mine. Alright, night, y'all. I'm out of here. I gotta go to bed. I don't have any choice. Tired as shit. Y'all be good, like me.
night.
Alright, later MVPs. Love y'all. Hope you sleep well. But I'm out of here. I'm super tired.
Yeah.